Now my son wants me to Astros.
Recording in progress.
I'll call the meeting to order. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amy, could you please read the open public meeting statement?
Adequate notice of this meeting of the Township Council of the Township of Roxbury was given as required by the Open Public Meetings Act as follows. On December 31st, 2024, a notice was emailed and faxed to the Daily Record, the North Star Ledger, the West Morris Recorder, and published in the Daily Record. Notice shall also remain posted throughout the year on the bulletin board in the main hallway of the municipal building.
Thank you. Roll call.
Councilwoman Albrecht.
I am here.
Councilman Carey.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Crowley.
Here.
Councilman DiFilippo.
Here.
Councilman Hall.
Here.
Councilman Riley.
Here.
Mayor Patillo.
Here. Brings us to presentations, awards, etc. Roxbury Arts Alliance.
Yeah, Mayor, I did talk to Linda earlier today, and there was a little bit of a mix-up, so she's not gonna be with us tonight, she may be at a future meeting of the council, so she's fine, nothing for us to do tonight.
Thank you. Moving on to approval of minutes, June 24th, 2025. Do I have a motion?
Here.
Second. Second. Any comment? Roll call.
Councilwoman Albrecht.
Yes.
Councilman Carey.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Crowley.
Yes.
Councilman DiFilippo.
Yes.
Councilman Hall.
Yes.
Councilman Riley.
Abstain.
Mayor Patillo.
Yes. This brings us to our first public portion. Does anyone in the public wish to be heard on any topic? Please come to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. Seeing none, I'll close public. Brings us to reports of council liaison representative, council committee, funeral business. I'm going to go first and just mention I'm unprepared right now and apologize. John, we received an email or letter about the work being done at the train trestle down in Lower Berkshire Valley.
Yes.
What public notification are we doing to make sure that people in that area understand that, I think it's 3 weeks?
I know the state will, I'm sorry, the county will certainly send some information out. We can do the same thing on our end. We can send out as much information as council thinks we need to send. We can send it townwide. We'll get it out there. But they'll also do the same thing. They have a pretty good way of getting information out.
Okay. Will we utilize our digital signs or anything at that event?
Chief,
Like we did for.
if we have something available, we can certainly do that. I mean, you're just in the area.
Absolutely, yeah, we can talk about it and we can put it up, it's not an issue.
That was the only question I had for myself. Thank you. Deputy Mayor?
great veterans cruise, because that was 2 weeks ago. Thank God that the weather held nicely for it and stuff, and it was really a fantastic event, especially for our segment of the lake. Also, the Roxbury Police had their PBA run. I'm gonna ask the chief just to comment on it. I believe it was very successful.
Oh, yes, it has nothing to do with me, it's the PBA, and they always do a great job, but, this year, I was down there helping them out, and, they, donated, over $19,000 they raised, for a family with a disabled child, that's gonna go a long way, so, went very well.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
Awesome.
That's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Councilwoman Albrecht?
I really don't have anything this time around. Thank you. Shocking, I know. Oh, although, hang on, I do have my 49th wedding tomorrow. How's that?
Tomorrow's your anniversary?
Just to be clear,
Correct. I've only been married to one guy for 35 years. Just one.
Married 35.
I did.
I was thinking you were a child bride.
I am. I did recently celebrate my 30th anniversary of my 29th birthday.
Thank you. Councilman Hall?
Well, we had, first of all, I wanted everybody to turn your attention to Mike's shirt over there, it's really cool.
It's the 50th anniversary.
Yes.
That's right.
Best efforts, we had 2 rainouts, a couple of thunders along with that for the tri-orders, so this would have been our 15th annual, so we're gonna have to reschedule that for next year. One of our favorite events in town, but unfortunately, it didn't work out and safety comes first, so we'll have that again next year. Mayor and I went up to the Fenimore landfill today, annual visit, just to see how things are progressing. So that happened today, and quick question for you, John, just out of curiosity. How are we doing with the water lines project for
Ledgewood area.
for the Ledgewood area?
Yeah, we recently I actually asked DEP for an update. They promised that they would have an answer back to us back in June, and unfortunately, we haven't received that yet. I recently corresponded with them and asked them for an additional update. They said they would get us an answer. I think I provided that information to council, just so you're aware of kind of where we stand and a little bit of the history of some of the back and forth. So we've certainly had our information to them for a while. We're just waiting to hear back from them, and hopefully we'll hear, some positive information back. But, if not, we'll certainly, connect with them again, just so we can get a response to really the scope of the project. I think was pretty much determined, really what our cost estimate was and whether they're able to fund that for us.
And I think that's it for now. I'll stop there.
Thank you. Councilman Riley?
I was away for most of the time. But last night we met with the fire chiefs. John, can you give an update? Where are we with the cost recovery?
Cost recovery, we have the new contract being reviewed and being signed. I know that Tony's office was assisting with that, and also the vendor. I did see some correspondence today through email that they're still getting the contract signed. I think 1 or 2 of the provisions in the contract needed changed. Administrative stuff, I don't believe there'll be any issue with that. Once it's signed, we'll be ready to go with the new company and actually getting training. So training will be the next step with them.
And that contract was the one that Jimmy Price was.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because theirs changed drastically after our initial.
Yeah, I think one of the things somehow they had put in there, maybe made something in their proposal, that any adjudication would be in the state of Washington, and obviously we're saying that doesn't happen, it's gonna be here in New Jersey. So there were things like that. Hopefully we'll be good. The person we're dealing with is the same person we were dealing with before. There was some confusion with the changing of the companies and buying one and selling one. So she's certainly familiar with, I think, what we're looking for. So once those agreements are signed, we're ready to go with training. And I'm sure the fire department's ready also.
Thank you.
Do we have an anticipated time when this is gonna be completed, ready to go?
I don't. Once it's signed, I just saw that email today about getting the agreement signed. Assuming that's in order, I can't imagine it takes more than, a week to get the agreement signed. If everything's through email, then, just a matter of scheduling at that point.
Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you. Councilman DiFilippo?
Thank you, Mayor. Thank Mr. Pucco for showing up. Just really the only thing I wanted to talk about was we had asked Senator Bucco to help out the main library in Morris County on some legislation that ultimately recently got passed, and so at $150,000, which I understand is the first time Maine has ever received a state library grant. Thank you, sir. So I wanted to say thank you to the Senator. Thank you to Assemblyman in Gannibal, who also was a sponsor on this bill. So very nice to see. And that money will go a long way, I think, actually, to achieving some efficiencies in the library system. And then I'll call a little bit of attention to an introduction of one of our ordinances tonight, is to satisfy our third round affordable housing obligation. It was not easy to get there. A lot of credit has to go to John Shepard and the staff and some of our consultants, but also to Fred Ball and Jim Riley and myself, who serve on the housing committee. So we're in compliance, and not every town in New Jersey can say that, even though we're not happy. But we're in compliance. So with that, I think I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Councilman Carey?
Thank you, Mayor. Just a very quick thank you to Michelle O'Halloran and those who all put the veteran crews together. You know, fantastic job done as always. And the last thing I had was the Board of Education meeting. The next one will be July 14th.
Thank you. Amy?
Nothing, thank you.
Senator?
All is well, and $150,000 richer.
Morris County.
Morris
Thank you,
County.
sir.
John?
Nothing tonight.
Let's have no confusion.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Item 8, matters requested referred by council members, managers, attorney, or clerk. There are none. Brings us to 9, introduction of proposed ordinances. 08-25, an ordinance of the Township Council of the Township of Roxbury, County of Morris, State of New Jersey, establishing the AH-12 inclusionary affordable housing zone, amending Chapter 13 Land Development Article 7 zoning regulation to address Roxbury Township's third round affordable housing obligation, with a second reading on August 12th.
I'll introduce order 24.
I'd like to second it.
Any comment, discussion? All in favor?
Roll call.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Albrecht.
Yes.
Councilman Carey.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Crowley.
Yes.
Councilman DeFilippo.
Yes.
Councilman Hall.
Yes.
Councilman Riley. Mayor Patillo.
Yes. Item 10, hearing and adoption of ordinance on second reading, there is none. 11, introduction and adoption of resolutions.
And if I may, I'd like to introduce 2025-200, include 2025-201, 2025-207.
Have a second?
Second.
Sorry.
Amy got that? Any comments, discussion?
Mayor?
Councilman Hall?
Just out of curiosity, one, maybe you know, I know we had a meeting on this, the security cameras, there's a couple of them here. What are they supposed to, you know what part they're going into, do we just?
We always talked about.
I don't know where they park.
Yeah, we didn't give any specific locations, we could certainly get that for anybody on council who wants to know. So we try to keep it somewhat, private,
Right, actually, I'll wait for that.
but we can certainly get that information for council.
We did discuss areas that we thought that we would need, cameras.
Any other discussion?
Good news on the Clean Communities grant, every year.
Roll call?
Councilwoman Albrecht.
Yes.
Councilman Carey.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Crowley.
Yes.
Councilman DeFilippo.
Yes.
Councilman Hall.
Yes.
Councilman Riley.
Yes, with an abstention on 206.
Mayor Patillo.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. Personnel change are none. Communications, I have June 27, 2025, and July 4th, 2025. Any discussion? Councilman Rowley?
Yes, in July 4th communications, we got notifications for, the zoning board for
proposed metal garages on Kendall Avenue, two next door properties, lift and metal garage.
I don't know, for certain, Jim, but I'm assuming it's probably the sheathing that it's made out of is probably metal rather than maybe some other material like wood or something like that, but I can certainly find out for you, I don't have the specifics on that case.
Yeah, I'm just curious if it's, you know, sometimes in some towns you see these little,
That sort of thing. It could be metal size, I'm not sure, but I'll certainly find out and follow up with you on that for all of council, so you're aware of what that application is.
yes. I think it should be, no, it's just so we can decide, well, it's a zoning board decision, but, whether, you know, something the planning board wants to look at.
Understood.
Any other discussion? All right, moving on. This brings us to our second public portion. Is anybody in the public wish to be heard on any topic, please come to the microphone, name and address for the record. Seeing none, close public. Do we have an executive?
Yes, we do. Not by my design.
Wow,
Julie takes credit for good things.
I know.
Litigation, property tax appeals, contract negotiations, PBA contract.
A resolution of the Township Council of the Township of Roxbury in the County of authorizing conference of the Township Council with the public excluded, whereas it is deemed appropriate that the Township Council discuss the matters hereinafter mentioned without the presence of the public in accordance with provisions of RS 10:4-12B, being Section B of the Open Public Meetings Act. Now therefore be it resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Roxbury, matters relating to litigation, property tax appeals, and contract negotiations, PDA contract, shall be discussed by the Township Council without the presence of the public.
Motion?
So,
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're gonna go on executive now, everyone. No action will be taken. If, the senator had his way, we'll be back in 3 minutes. When we come back, we do not anticipate taking any action.
There you go.
Yeah, return that.